Hello, people of the internet. I hope you are all doing well, and thank you for coming to hang out with me today. For those of you who are new here, welcome to Start the Beat, a podcast documenting the past, present, and future of the Pittsburgh music scene. I am your host, Brian Sikes Howe, and today, joining me for the third time, we will be talking with my friends in the band Constant Hell. For those of you who were here last week and listened to my episode with Clegg of the Commonheart, thanks for coming back. I'm really excited about today's episode. These guys are always a blast, and this conversation is certainly no exception. I was still working out some of the sound issues with the room and the microphones on this episode, so I apologize again if anything sounds a little weird. I know I had some issues on the first episode. Last week, not so much. This week was a little bit weird because we have a whole room full of motherfuckers and sound bouncing all over the place. But, you know, it's a new studio. I'm figuring it out. Enough of that. You didn't come here to hear my excuses. You came here to party. So please sit back, relax, and let's start the motherfucker. Hello and welcome to Start the Beat, the show where we document the past, present, and future of the Pittsburgh music scene. My name is Brian Sikes Howe. I am your host, and today joining me is the one and only Dan of Constant Hell. Just kidding, the whole crew's here. Make some noise. Constant Hell's in the building. Well, this is what, our third time together, boys?
This is Trace, man.
Very soiree.
Third time is a charm, indeed.
Right on.
Well, thank you all so much for coming on. Zach, Greg, Dan, Constant Hell, Pittsburgh Grind at its finest. So this is going to be my first question for you guys. Did you think you would ever be in a band long enough to do 3 episodes of a podcast?
No. Absolutely not.
You know, it's so fun. And I know that I've talked with you guys about this, like off camera, in terms of whenever the first time you came on, I don't even think you had like social media. And now,
dude, we were talking about that earlier.
And
I
now,
knew we were getting this question.
Yeah, I was like, he's going to say something about the fucking social media shit.
Well, and now we're in that position where it's like you've just released a record and you've had people reviewing it. And like, you know, you're online and you're playing a lot more shows.
On tour with Aerosmith.
Touring, doing all that stuff. So I don't know who wants to answer this question. There's 3 of you. I'll start with Greg.
Oh,
you're looking a little fucking chatty. So
He couldn't wait.
I was just chopping at the
So,
back.
I mean, really, just what has like the past year been like for you and your musical journey with Constant Hell?
I quit. No, man, it's been cool. I feel that, like, you know, we're on our personal way, like musically speaking, as stupid as that's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's just, you know, better ideas, better ways of going about them, better podcasts, you know.
Totally.
Yeah, totally. But no, I mean, dude, I couldn't be happier. And as long as Dan quits the band, we'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck that guy.
The thing that has been really great about you guys over the past year is, like, honestly, just watching the growth of you guys. And like Dan, for example, you've become such a better drummer in the past year.
Yeah,
well, I appreciate it. Thank you.
When I saw you guys at the record release, obviously it's one thing to like hear you guys in an environment where everything's actually mic'd properly and it sounds decent and you can hear everything. But even just like watching you play, it was just like, you know, I mean, granted, you guys play a type of music that is very exhausting.
Yeah,
you know,
for sure,
and you would see, you know, people get tired. It's natural.
Oh, yeah,
You weren't getting tired, baby. You were just fucking going.
Oh, I was putting on a good act. That was exhausting. No. Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
No,
Yeah.
it's definitely really cool to see that growth come from something that, seemed just kind of like, we'll do it and see what happens. And then like a lot has happened, probably a lot more than you realized could have happened, which is fucking sick.
Dude, I remember fucking you and me started playing and it was like this like horrible.
Oh God, I remember looking at that video of like you had like this little fucking amplifier, dude, and we just sucked. It was
dude,
so
we didn't
bad.
Even just suck. Like it was just like
at the time it was the coolest thing ever. Like this is fucking sick.
Dude, it was so rad.
Realistically, it was horrible.
But I literally can't play and sing at the same time for the life of me. Like and me and Dan are just doing the worst like rip off of like High on Fire.
Oh yeah, that was bad.
Like, we were smoking like way too much pot, and like me and Dan started talking, and I was like, "Dude, let's play blast beats." He was like, "I can't play blast beats," and then he rips this blast beat, and I was like, "You're an asshole." And then
it took a little
coming
bit
from that to like what he is now, man. Like,
yeah, it took a while, man. Like, I don't know. I never really played like that kind of music when I first started playing drums. I played like jazz and like prog rock and all that shit. So taking that and then going to like, we're going to play as fast as we possibly can. It was tough, but you practice something enough, you get better at it. I still don't think I'm proficient. I fake it till you make it kind of thing. That's my motto. So
totally.
As long as it's full and people, we're good.
Totally. I know that you guys have gotten to have some experience playing out of town now a bit. Maybe you have some more stuff on the horizon. How's it been getting out there and sharing your chaos with people that like aren't your friends? You know what I mean?
It's cool. I mean, I like the idea of it, but the added stress of like lining up shit that you're not familiar with definitely doesn't help.
Totally.
Yeah. But like it kind of goes back to the idea of like us having social media and like promoting more. And like I don't even think that we necessarily look at it as being any more professional as much as like it's enabling us to do more. And like it's still fun. So like the more fun I'm enabled to have, like I'm gonna push it as far as I can.
Yeah.
So if we're doing anything out of town and it adds, a bigger audience, opens more doors, more shows. That's ultimately what I want to do. And I think everybody else is pretty much in the same boat.
Totally.
Yeah.
And it's like an even more challenging thing to do when you're doing something that isn't necessarily as accessible as maybe, some other styles of music.
Dude, coming off of what Zach said, like, that's cool. That's like the coolest part, in my opinion, is like you get to meet like other people that are like playing stupid music that you play. You're like, oh man, I do this shit too. Like,
yeah.
And then like, you know what I mean? Like that's like an immediate connection of like, and not only that, but like, I wouldn't say like competition or anything, but like, it's fun to like, like when we play with a band, be like, holy shit, like that dude's really good, or this band's really, like, it makes you want to do better. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like, oh, fuck these dudes. Like, it's like, oh man, these guys are awesome. Like, let's show out. Like, this is cool. Like, it gets you pumped to do like, the best that you can as well.
Yeah.
And then, you end up like hanging out, and then you realize they're just like the same dudes as you are, and it just makes it all the better.
For me, it's just like, we're just here to have a good time.
Fuck yeah.
I think that's entertaining though.
That's something you guys nail better than a lot of other bands. Is like, I've told you before, like, regardless of like taste in music or whatever, like when you come out and play a show, you guys are something to watch.
Hey, man.
Like I have fun watching.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like everybody's animated, everybody's doing something. Like you may laugh, you may get into it, whatever, but like everybody is doing exactly what they need to. Like it makes it an entertaining thing to see.
Right.
Totally. And
okay.
I will throw that sentiment right back in your fucking cute little face there, Zach. Because it's just like the thing that's fun about watching you guys is it's just like, you may not be like animated and all over the place, but there's like an undeniable energy that you guys have when you play. I didn't even know you that well, really. I mean, like I've known you like adjacently for a long time.
Right.
And like, a acquainted and like I really didn't know Zach at all, right? But
No one does.
The first time I saw fair enough. The first time I saw you
The
guys,
singer with no name.
it was very obvious to me that like you guys were friends. Like that's the one thing is like when you watch a band play and you can actually tell that like they all get along and this is like more of a thing versus it's more than just the band.
And
It's almost like the band is a side effect of just needing something to do.
it's like one person.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, Zach and I have known each other, 48 years? Not like a really goddamn long time.
Like
We've all,
18.
yeah,
When did the Vietnam War end?
about 20 minutes. And no, it's just, it all, you know, like you said, like it all becomes like almost, it's not a persona, but like people I would imagine would like take it as that. But I mean, we're still busting our asses writing these songs. We're still busting our asses, you know, booking shows, playing shows, this, that, and the third. And like really no other reason other than like you're having fucking fun with your homies. Like that's it.
Yeah.
You know what
And
I mean?
it's like
it's cool as shit. And like if something happens, great. But if it doesn't, like I'm still gonna have just as much fun as when all us three fucking walked into that fucking practice spot and started writing our first songs and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's always been fun. I think that's kind of like the root that you need. And if you don't got it, then like fuck off. You know, like stop, break up.
totally.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's really, really hard. I can't imagine being in a situation where I would like ever play in a band with somebody that like I wasn't friends with.
Dude, yeah, how can you be in a band with not your friends? You know what I mean?
Money, maybe.
I don't even know
that
if there's
doesn't-
enough money to have to go down that
Right.
route.
Yeah.
Why
for
do you
you to
think
deal
we
with
don't
it.
have a bass player? Because nobody likes us.
I think you could find a bass player if you wanted to.
Yeah, well, we don't.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Man, I sure as shit am not teaching those motherfuckers
Uh-huh.
any of those songs because I don't even remember them. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
But no, it's just, I mean, like once you find that like kind of clandestine, you know, group, so to speak, like if it ain't broke, don't fucking fix it, man. You know, like that. And I've got like 3 switchblade pedals, so I don't need a bass player. Fuck you.
Fair enough. Fair
Now,
enough.
what's a bass player going to do in a grindcore band like this anyway? Just gonna make more noise. Like I can do that.
Sure. I would say that sonically, I have never felt the need for a bass player in your band.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
I don't think it's necessary.
I don't want one.
No, I don't want one, man.
I really don't think it's necessary. For
I mean,
you guys.
dude, Motorhead was a 3-piece. Why can't we be?
They had a bass player though.
Yeah, Dan quit drums.
Shockingly,
Yes.
There is always, and this is actually a really convenient segue into something that I wanted to ask you guys, if that's okay.
Rip it.
It is my show. I am interviewing you, so I guess it's okay for me to ask questions, right?
No more questions.
This isn't anything serious, anyways.
I was
So-
like Dr. Ruth asked.
Boy, the wind up was amazing.
So
I actually was
no,
kind of worried.
no,
It's
no,
like,
no.
Shit, what does he know?
No, all I was going to ask is you don't want a bass player, but in terms of just like the creative aspect of this, right? Like how much stock goes into like the artistic creative expression of this versus just like create songs so we have something to play? Like what is the balance of that for you guys? If that makes sense.
Yeah, fucking Alex fucking Trebek. No, I feel like I said, once again, like us being just 3 of us, you know what I mean? Like we all have, like our writing process is so fucked. Like it's like Dan will write a song, Zach will be like, yo, check this out. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's not just like one person, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's somehow it comes together where like we're all on the same page. Granted, it might take us a second to get to that goddamn page, but like we get to it. Like I said, Zach and I have known each other for fucking ages. And, you know, like we met Danimal and it was like just this seamless kind of like conduit into like, oh, this is what we're fucking doing. It just felt like, yeah, we've been doing this for a really long time and we haven't, you know, like, So thank God for that. But like, yeah, the writing process is like, even without a bass player, I feel that like it kind of gives you even more of like, not a responsibility of like, dude, you got to rip. Because like you constantly have to fucking rip regardless. You know what I mean? You could be fucking ELO with like a 9,000 piece band. Like you still have to be sick, you know?
Yeah.
But like, it's a lot easier to like communicate with two other dudes that like are your best friends rather than like two dudes that are your best friends and like fucking bass player. Like, you know, like, it's like I don't fucking know this guy. Like, why is he not playing these goddamn songs? Like, even if he is, I'm still gonna yell at him.
Not to mention,
bass player.
I'd be worried if we had somebody new, like for as well as we naturally work together.
Right.
I'd be worried that like that would be that one thing that like takes us off.
Yeah, it's like lighting
the
a
ease
cigarette
of
at
the way we
other end.
right.
Like, you know, like, yeah, we work like a well-oiled killing machine. And if it ain't broke, you know,
Totally.
kick Dan out of the band.
So, I mean,
Yeah, he's done. Dan, you're fired.
I'm done. Yeah.
So
It's been a good run.
you're not gonna.
But we're doing acoustic sets now.
Okay, that was gonna be my question.
Constant Hell
Yeah,
Unplugged.
Yeah, MTV called us. They're doing unplugs again.
Constant
and we're
acoustic.
on it.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much,
sick.
you know, moving forward, the idea is just like musically, this is what it is.
Dude, we should do that shit.
Oh, dude, please.
Shut up. You're fired. I literally hate you more than anything. Dude, your buttons, bro.
So you don't want a bass player in the band, but would you consider having me just press buttons?
Dude, as long as they're these buttons. Like we start a song and excellent. That's it. That's our whole new album. We just wrote it, man. You're the new button player. Fuck 'em.
Tight.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, we're done here.
Pig Destroyer has a button player.
They do, and that's kind of weird.
Yeah, that's the one thing is actually, you know, that ties in conveniently well to this conversation in terms of like the long-term trajectory of an air quote grindcore band.
No, that but you have
And
Scott Hall, dude.
And
like,
when like creativity comes in maybe too much, when maybe you have too many ideas. Because I mean, like, how much can you really do? How much do you need to do though?
that's when you need a button. You just need buttons, dude.
You need a button guy.
You throw, yeah, I mean, they got buttons. They got a bass player now too, probably.
We got a guy.
You know,
We got a button guy.
yeah.
Yeah, we got a button guy.
I don't know. I don't, and that's the whole thing is so with this full length, like this is the first time I've ever like made a firm decision that I'm like, yeah, that's out of the question. I will never do another full length. Like not.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah. For what we do, I don't really like a review actually that like reviewed our record, actually said it. And I was thinking it and then to read somebody else say it and like, I'm like, okay, I'm not crazy. Like I don't see the need to have over a half an hour of grindcore on a record.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like it's as fast paced as it is. And there's only so much you're going to do recorded at one time that's going to make those tracks definitive. And it's incredibly difficult to write 25 tracks, 24 tracks, and like remember all of them to record them.
Dude, that was such a fucking process.
Jesus.
We had like
Oh, bro.
we had like a goddamn abacus, the Rosetta Stone, like
Dude,
whole dude. It was like ridiculous.
Zach was
Trying to write all
sick
this
as-
shit down
dude, we recorded that shit all live. All that shit was
in
live.
one day,
In one
in like
day.
6 hours.
I had just got the cast off of my wrist when I broke my wrist.
yeah.
Zach was sicker than a goddamn dog.
That was cool.
Dan.
I drank a lot of Red Bulls and a lot of beer.
And,
That was
like,
cool.
dude, yeah, we recorded every single track in that entire time of like one 24-hour period. And I couldn't be happier with it. I fucking love it. Like that record sounds pretty much as close as you're going to get to coming to see us and just, you know, running around throwing beer having a good time.
Yeah.
And not only that, but Justin, our homie that recorded it, is a goddamn genius. Like, that dude alone, like, showed me personally, like, shit that I would have never have known. Like, the dumbest little shit. It was like, oh yeah, just plug that in here. Oh fuck. And like, it made all the difference.
Yeah.
Like he's like Dr. Claw, dude. Like, it's incredible how much that dude knows. He's like the bass player in the band, but not a bass player. And like, yeah, he totally.
The fourth Beatle.
Yeah, like,
seriously though.
Fuck the Beatles.
I mean, dude, Justin's been like he's like been the unofficial fourth member of this band.
Dude, he's a
fuck.
maniac. Like, that dude knows shit that, like, literally I didn't even know existed. Like, as far as like music or anything in general. And no, he definitely helped us. Like, he knew exactly off the rip like what we wanted to sound like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I mean, we did it so many times before, and we tried to do shit like track by track,
right,
on the other demos, and they sounded
Dan
good.
threw up.
I threw up pizza through my hair.
Oh, dude, he threw up a lot. He threw up a lot.
Yeah, I threw up a couple times.
It was a lot.
I recorded with the Poser Disposer one. I recorded the last half of that record with like literally like pizza vomit like cake through my hair.
It was a lot.
Wow.
Yeah,
there was a lot.
It was cool.
Yeah.
There was some stank on that record.
Yeah, he definitely.
But
they all had it.
Yeah, he threw up a lot.
But no, I mean, Justin, he did help us out a lot. And the whole process was weird because, like, on all those first recordings, we tried to do everything track by track, but we don't play to a click track. So when we're sitting there in the practice space playing live, I'm looking at Greg, I'm looking at Zach, and we just kind of are in tune. So we stay in line, and especially in a live setting, like, the train keeps going on the tracks. When you try to do that track by track with a click track, it's like, what the fuck is going on? It never sounded as cohesive as it was supposed to. So I think even like recording that whole thing live in our practice spot and just kind of letting the chips fall where they may and be like, dude, it's chaotic, it's loud, it's noisy. Like, that's okay.
Yeah,
that's what we're not rushed. It's supposed to sound like that. And I'm happy with it. I think we're all happy with it. It may not be everybody's cup of tea, but like, I feel like it captures what we've been trying to do and we've been doing for a while, especially in a live setting. Maybe not the prettiest sounding record, but fuck it. We're not pretty dudes.
Sure.
Dude, we're pretty as fuck.
Speak for yourself, Dan.
I think that there's an interesting conversation to have regarding the creation of art and the supposed rules for how you're supposed to do something, right? It probably makes sense for some bands of certain styles of music to multi-track things, to do all the drums, then do all the bass, then do all the guitar, to do all that stuff. But I never even thought about recording a grindcore band, but I couldn't even imagine like that being the way you record something like that.
Dude, like, I think that's almost like, I don't want to say like a flex, but like, we all know what we're capable of doing. We tried to play to a click track. Dan just threw up a bunch.
Yes, there was a lot of vomit.
Me and Zach were outside screaming, and like, we ran out of beer. The pizza was gone because Dan threw it all up, and
we got no food. We got no jobs.
Fucking heads are falling off.
Heads are falling off.
And then we realized, like, wait a minute, fuck, why don't we just all do this together? Because like he said, like, there's times that I literally, take cues off of Dan. I take cues off of Zach. There's like certain little things of like, oh, okay, cool, here it comes. Like, fuck it, why don't we do it live? And then it worked. Like I said, like, we recorded an entire, full length in one night.
I mean, it was like,
and like,
6 hours.
My wrist was fucked. He was on his goddamn deathbed. Dan's fucking Dan. And,
I don't think I threw up that time.
Yeah, he actually didn't fucking throw up.
Yeah.
And
I told you, you're getting better.
Yeah, dude. All across the board, man. I'm going places.
Just don't get crazy here, right?
Yeah.
It's fucking,
don't encourage me, man.
Jesus fucking God. Dude, you threw up so much, bro.
Yeah. There's other ones. There was an alarming amount.
There was a good amount.
That pizza one was bad, man.
Dude,
I remember being so pissed. Everybody was laughing. They're like, it's so funny. I'm like, it's not funny, dude. Like, I literally puked pizza
funny.
straight through my hair.
Funny.
It was really funny.
It was really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, there was like pepperoni hanging from your nose.
Dude. It was the smell was fucking horrible, dude. And I'm like, I another 6 tracks, and we were doing it track by track too. So it was like a live
You
thing.
were like crying.
I'm doing like
marinara.
2-3 takes on these fucking drum tracks, just getting pissed. It probably helped, I guess, but dude, that smell was fucking awful, dude.
There was,
Yeah,
there was
you
a,
totally needed to throw up.
yeah, there was
Oh,
an
dude.
aroma. There was an aroma.
musk.
Yeah. Constant marinara.
So, that's it's all the learning curve of being a band, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. If you're in
Yeah.
a band, make your drummer throw up.
Yeah,
You'll get better.
that's literally it. You want to be in a grindcore band, just make your drummers fucking throw the fuck up all the time.
Yeah.
Dude, puking sucks.
Yeah.
Dan loves it.
Oh, dude, no. Not anymore. There was a time back in the day.
I remember the day.
I remember the day. Oh, yes.
Yeah, Dan would throw up all the time.
Yeah, well, because I mean, dude, when you're chugging beer and fucking ripping it and you're completely out of shape and you're trying to learn how to play these fast things and consuming all kinds of extracurriculars at the end of the night, man, like things get a little weird, but we've came a long way, man. We're here now. So
I have a feeling that this may be a negative side effects for some people listening.
What, Dan throwing up?
No. I was just going to say, I feel like our conversations are getting, I feel like there's going to be less cans of alcohol on the table than ever before. I think it's possible.
You want to take this one?
Yeah, I mean, we're kind of, by no means is the party over, but everybody's kind of like collectively like, man, maybe we should chill out just a little bit.
We're not going to give Sikes a heart attack this time.
Yes. Yeah.
you can only go full bore so much. The last one with either that wizard staff.
Dude, that was so sick.
It was fun.
Yeah, that was a good time.
Yeah.
Somehow we all held together too. There was a lot of alcohol consumed,
Well.
man. Watching it afterwards, like watching the podcast, I was like, wow, like we drank a lot, but everybody like really held it together. Like toward the end, like it was very apparent we were all very intoxicated, but like wasn't this?
Yeah,
I was drunk as
I was going to
shit.
say, dude, I was 7 shits of shit fucked up.
But from an outside perspective, if I wasn't watching myself and my friends do this, I'd be like, those guys they're all right, man.
Dude,
They're holding it together.
Me and Zach built like the pyramid
Oh
of
my
fucking
God.
Giza. Sikes has this goddamn, you shall not pass.
Hey,
We did good, man. We
Yeah.
did good.
but I think that it's interesting to see growth
Age.
and age and things like that. And, I'm curious how any of this, if it all, ties into the band. Because I feel like everything has to be tied together with you guys, right? Or is there like a clear line of separation? Is it like let's maybe calm it down so we can focus more on the band, or
No, absolutely not.
Okay, fair enough.
I think more so than anything, like there's conveniences that happen. Like coincidentally, we decide to chill out a little bit, and that's one thing. And on the other side of things, like music, like, okay, we've been a band for 5 years, like you're gonna get better.
Cool.
Yeah, maybe.
We've been partying a lot longer than 5 years. I think we don't need like necessarily practice at that anymore.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Fucking it, man.
So there's that. I don't know. Like I almost like I feel like we're not even necessarily like I said, it's not like I'm like taking anything more serious or like trying to even be like more professional as much as like, okay, like if we want to play more shows, go out on the road, do this, like number one, we need to reach more people. Ultimately, like, I don't care if I like profit money from it, but like if I made enough money that we could do this for free and not have to pay, to rent a van, to pay for a practice spot, to do A, B, C, or D, if I could do it for free, I'm happy. You know what I mean? And like, that's cool. But it's not like, oh, we need to take like music this much more serious to reach some milestone, as much as it's like, all right, well, we need to line up these handful of things for us to do this more, because obviously it's fun. So like,
Yeah,
I want to have as much fun as I can.
Yeah, it all comes back to this hanging out with your homies.
Yeah.
You know, like if, like you said, like you want to be in a band with like two other like strangers, you know, like renting out a room to a dude you don't know, like weird.
Yeah.
Might work in the end, but like a little odd. You know, and it's like, me personally, like I would never want to, like, I don't want to be in another band ever, you know?
Sure.
Unless it's Rush. I'm kidding. You get that inside joke? Right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Sick.
I hope that guy that did that review catches that.
Yeah,
too.
me too.
Is that the dude that told us we sounded like shit?
Yeah.
That was the sickest thing ever, dude. It's like Constant Hell sounds like shit, and I say that
In a good way.
In a good way. I was like, all right, cool.
Which kind of like, I was like, eh.
Well, he watched your last podcast you had with us when we were talking about how we didn't want to sound like Rush. If we had a bass player, we would sound like Rush. And like, I don't know if it hurt his feelings because he thought we were serious.
Yes.
He's a big
But
Rush
he like put that in the
Dude,
review.
motherfucker loves Geddy Lee.
That like, okay, these guys sound like shit. By the way, they're not Rush. 2.5 out of 5. Like I hurt your feelings about Rush.
Dude, the comment section was insane.
Oh, dude, it was so sick.
It was just running joke after running joke. That was the most entertaining thing. Fuck the review, dude.
And
Like the comment section was
how
awesome.
many fucking like our Bandcamp and Spotify shit jumped by like
We got more plays out of that than we
just
did
by somebody
anything
being
else.
like, these guys aren't Rush, fuck them. And then like everybody's like, sick, they're not Rush. Let's go listen to them.
You don't say.
It was awesome.
Turns out people want to find out what things that don't sound like Rush sound
Yeah,
like.
imagine that shit, man. That's wild. I was just thinking our next album is like, all of us are going to quit and it's just going to be one bass player. And that dude is going to love our band.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
We're going to call it Gush. That's it. Constant Gush. Anyway, sorry, what were you saying?
It's just funny when people that don't typically interface with this kind of music are like forced to interact with it. Like the one thing that I think is really fun about going to a Constant Hell show is that you guys have a lot of homies that will come out and see you guys that are probably not like people that go to grindcore shows or shows in general for any other reason.
And that's
And it's so funny to like see
man.
like so many people outside of their element in like a crazy situation.
Dude, that is my favorite part. Like our boy,
I love it.
dude, our boy Vic. Like,
Oh, dude, that's the best.
dude, he's like 6'4". He's just like this tall black dude. Comes running in with no shirt on, with fucking leather jacket, and just like fucking just puts his head down and runs into somebody.
Yo, what's up, man? How you doing?
And like he's like our best fucking.
Oh, dude. I
dude,
love
he's
that guy
so
so
awesome,
much,
and like
dude.
he supports the fuck out of us. Like, and it's so sick, and like the whole, like you said, like the whole group of people that like kind of like show out for us is like such a melting pot of like like that dude listens to fucking Grindcore. Like,
Which is sick, because that's the whole thing. Just bringing
dude, and,
people
like,
into
that,
music,
like
man.
outside of like I said, like us like just having fun as like three fucking homies, like that makes it even better. You know what I mean? Like it's like people like we're having a blast. You know what I mean? Like, and then you see other people that aren't necessarily going to have like when the hell are you going to go to a grindcore show? Like if you know what I mean? Like, and then they show up, they're like, this is fucking sick. And like, they love it. Like it's cool, man. It's fucking fun. Like, you know what I mean? Like
it also speaks to another problem that I find with some people that are trying to start bands and trying to figure out why can't we get people to come out to shows?
Right.
That's always a strong question. And like for me as an outsider who knows you guys, who has gone to shows and seen people that are at your shows, the answer, well, at least, I mean, there's not one definitive answer.
I was like, oh, I can't wait for this shit.
But I think generally, like a big part of it is just the fact that you dudes are just genuinely cool to the people that you're around.
I mean, dude,
There's no fucking ego, and there's so much ego with some of these fucking other people in our like culture. And it's like, no wonder nobody's coming out. You couldn't pay me to be around you. I don't care how good you are at guitar.
Right. That's like,
just don't be a dick. You know what I mean? And you guys are just like really, you're a good hang. So like, why wouldn't people want to come out to see you guys?
This is us on a Tuesday. You know what I mean? Like this is us on a Thursday. Like, oh, cool. We get to play on Friday. This is still us. Like, it's just, we put our jeans on like everybody fucking else. Like it's, we're cool until you fuck up. And that's that, which I feel that like, goes to say with a lot of people, you know what I mean? Like if you're cool, you're cool. If you're a dick, you're a dick. Like we just want to sit there, play faster than everybody, have a great time and have everybody else have a great time and just, hang out. I mean, we're the last ones to leave. We're the first ones fucking there, and, it's just fun to like meet people you haven't fucking met. You hang out and you play music together. It's just like, you're not there for any other reason rather to watch music or play music. Other than that, like, why are you here?
Totally.
You know what I mean? Like,
I think that there's just some people that don't understand like how much opportunity can come from just being somewhere.
Right.
Just show up and be cool to people.
Or how
and
much
like,
fucking fun, dude.
Yeah,
like,
you'll get opportunities because people want to be around people that are a good hang.
Yeah. I mean, we fucking rule, dude. Like, we are literally the coolest motherfuckers on the planet. Like, I mean, Jesus Christ, man. We're constant fucking hell. No, we suck, dude. Like,
no, but that kind of, okay, so you came to the release show. I made that a party.
Yeah, I'm going to say.
Yeah,
this motherfucker,
this is Zach's brainchild, man.
That was literally
awesome.
his entire, like, remember Krang?
Yeah.
I know you. Dude.
I became Krang.
He became Krang. And like,
Krang them all.
Dude, just literally like orchestrated this just amalgamation of what the fuck.
Dude, it was so sick.
And it came together beautifully.
I would have ideas of like different stuff to do. And
dude,
I would have to like call the promoter and be like, is it okay if I do this? Like, I'm not sure if like, the venue's going to be okay with it, but like, I want to hose people down with fake blood.
Dude, fucking shredding, like, shredding better, dude.
Yeah. I'm literally going to throw 800 glow sticks around the room. There's going to be blow up dolls and blow up sharks and like all this other shit. Like
hammers, Hulk hands.
There's two adults wearing Hulk hands beating the hell out of everyone. Like, but it's funny. Like none of this stuff is serious. Like this is the last time you go to like, you don't go to shows like a metal show for glow sticks.
There was literally 800 fucking glow sticks. Dude. Yeah. He's not even kidding.
I cracked all of them before we played.
Fucking last one of them, dude.
Dude, it was like Home Alone. Like you throw those things out there and there's beer and it was like marbles. People eating it. Justin said that. He's like, dude, I didn't realize. Like I threw all those glow sticks out. He's like, it was like a hazard. Everybody slipped on these fucking things.
Fucking Radish beat the shit out of it. Dude,
with a
fucking hammer.
Dude, he was fucking... Dude, the one dude literally left with the blow up shark. This one kid, he was on a skateboard. He loved that thing so much. He was like holding on to that fucking thing for dear life. And we were loading out. I watched that dude literally ride down that alleyway on a skateboard with that blow up shark damn near fucking tucked in his belt. And it was like half deflated in fucking Allentown. It was so cool.
To sum it up, our band is a dude on a skateboard with a blow-up shark stuck in his fucking pants in fucking Allentown.
Yeah, whoever that dude was,
Welcome
he
to
fucking
Pittsburgh
rolled,
Grindcore, motherfucker.
But that's what I like. No, of course we don't take anything serious. Like this is fun. I want to have fun and I want to laugh. Like it was incredibly hard to play that show.
Oh my god!
Like I couldn't look at the crowd because it was too funny.
So this is the thing, right? It's like really easy to be like, we don't take anything seriously. But the thing with you guys is
we
like
seriously don't take anything seriously.
You take having a good time seriously.
Oh yeah, we're professionals.
Yeah, we're professional fucking children, dude.
Yeah. It's just, like the whole thing, like I don't know, like that's like if I had like like we're a touring band with money, I'd make every show like that.
Oh my god.
Because that's the most fun you can have.
Dude, when Lou came out, he's shreddy vetter.
Oh, it was so sick.
Dude, he came out like me and Zach had this whole thing. Like we were like, dude, we're just gonna rip this and just say stupid shit back and forth to each other. And he came out and I froze. I
looked at him and I had nothing else to say.
I never shut the fuck up, like ever. I don't know if you've noticed. Dude, he came out, I was like, all right. I couldn't say anything fucking else.
Dude, he fucking ripped a bong as soon as he walked out on stage. I was like, this is so sick, dude.
Spray me right in the fucking face with fake blood.
He had the pit
Bro, I'm
vipers
playing
on.
guitar. Like, come the fuck, I can't fucking see. And then he rips another bong. I'm like, oh, I love this motherfucker. Yeah, he totally enveloped the entire like persona of Ed. Shreddy fucking better, dude.
Yeah, that show couldn't have went better.
Dude, that was the most fun I think I've had in probably the last like 25 years of my fucking life. That was so much goddamn fun.
What is next? Or is there, do you even consider a next? Or is it just about like, just keep the vibe going? Okay, yeah, fair enough.
No, because we don't know. We're not gonna tell you.
I don't know. I'd like to be on the road more. If we're all working, we all have a lot of stuff going on, especially right now.
Yeah.
But I think, realistically, whether busy or not, we can find a way to do a couple weeks each year on the road. So doing like little 5-day tour here, 5-day there, couple closer shows or further shows or whatever, but staying busy, and getting out there a little bit more. That way we're not playing the same 5 venues for less and less people every time we show up.
Sure.
No, it's just, it's like I was saying before, like it's fun as fuck to meet other like good bands that are like good people too. You know what I mean? Like, like you meet a band, you're like, oh man, this band's fucking rad, and they're just dicks. Like,
sure.
You still like the band, you're like, fuck these dudes. Like,
totally.
I don't even like the band anymore.
Yeah, and it kind of, it's not even a double-edged sword.
There's
now.
a few of them. There's a few of them.
Sucks now because like,
dude, there's a few around here.
That guy's a cock. Like, you know what
there's
I mean?
A few around here that are like that. That are fucking great bands, and it's just like
a bit more than a few, but
yeah.
A handful, if you will.
You're fired.
That being said, the cool people definitely outweigh the dicks.
Oh, fucking
sure.
Absolutely.
So I feel like I don't want to harp on it too much. I've just had
dude,
I've had a little bit of how do I want to phrase this?
Liquid death.
Not liquid death, but I've had a little bit of liquid negativity enter my DNA, and it's making me harp on stuff. That,
Welcome to Constant House.
It really isn't that big of a deal. There's definitely way more cool people than shitty people.
Right. And not only that, but even like you think about it, there's like, you have like 100 people at your show, and 99 of them fucking think you are just a piece of shit. That one dude is the coolest fucking dude ever.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And like, fuck those 99, man. Like, like, it's just, like I said, like, it's fucking fun. If it's not fun, then break up. Like, literally, that's it.
None of the local bands are making so much money off of their shit that it's worth being miserable.
Right.
Like, you're either having fun or you should probably do something else.
Yeah, dude. Fucking go work at Stan Boss or some weird shit.
I don't even know what the fuck that is.
Yeah, I just totally shed my age with Stan Boss.
Yeah, I don't even know what
you
you're
remember
talking about.
Dude, Stan Boss is like, Jesus fucking Christ. Remember Lowe's, right?
Yeah.
Okay, thank fuck. Stan Boss was like, I can't believe I'm about to explain this right now.
Okay, yeah, explain it,
Stan
please.
Boss was like, it's like Hills the Walmart.
How do you spell it?
Stan Boss?
Yeah.
Do you want me to fucking spell Stan Boss?
I do want you to.
Spell it, Craig.
STAMBAUGHS, motherfucker.
Get the fuck out of here.
I'm dead serious. Look it up.
That's the most
Googling it now.
Pittsburgh fucking
Google that
spelling
shit.
of
Dude, I'm not
anything
even
I've ever in my
fucking
life.
with you.
All right. Stan Boss. Is that the logo right there?
Fucking right the fuck it is, dude.
That's it?
Yeah.
You're so pumped about this place.
Dude, Stan
There's
Boss-
some serious
Oh, yeah,
passion
check
Bro,
this out.
Stan Boss fucked, man. It was...
No, I'm just going to leave this logo up for the rest of the conversation.
Dude, we're just going to do constant Stan Boss.
Can you edit something into the beginning of this where this is brought to you by Stan Boss?
From Youngstown, no? Dude, shit ruled. It wasn't cooler than Hills, though. Like
Hills was elite.
Dude, Hills had like the best popcorn and fucking ices in the world.
Oh, dude, it's just ripped.
Rad toy section.
Yeah, the Hills toy section's sick.
Dude,
All right, so let's do this.
unbeatable, man.
Could everybody tell a favorite Hills story?
Oh, fuck, dude.
Yeah.
I shit my
you got
pants
one?
at Hills once. Yeah. You want to come for me?
Yeah.
All right, let's
my
go.
story's no longer good.
That's
Greg
fine.
wins.
All right, so listen. Dude, I can't remember what I did 3 days ago. I can't remember.
You haven't lived until you've shit
Bro, I'm
yourself
blown
in
away
hills.
that I can fucking actually remind them. So my mom was so pissed at me. Like, I don't forget what the fuck I did. But anyway, I heard Hills and I was like, bet. So we're going there. And like, you go to Hills, you're getting popcorn and you're getting a goddamn fucking icy. That's it. Like,
Respect, yeah.
it's almost illegal to go in there without. I had to take a shit. I didn't know that. I'm walking around. Like Zach said, dude, the toy aisle was elite. Well, so was my shit. And yeah, I shit my pants in the toy aisle. And I didn't tell my mom because I wanted to fucking stay in the toy aisle.
Oh.
God, I want to kill you. So the worst part about it was we got back in the car and I tried to like hide it. But like, dude, how do you hide?
Fuck you, hot.
That's what I fucking said, man. Like, fucking, I don't
How
know.
did she not know the toy out?
Well, I got in the fucking car. You're in a closed capacity. I ate the popcorn fucking already.
So the smell of popcorn masks the smell of your rancid feces, dude.
Dude, fucking,
Apparently, you don't remember Hill's popcorn.
Yeah, Hill's popcorn is very, very aromatic.
bro. So anyhow, you're fired.
A deep fragrance. Holy shit, Greg. Fuck.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
All right, so who's next, motherfuckers?
My story's not that good now.
Dude.
I was just going to, when I was a kid, I loved Ninja Turtles, and you have a sick collection. So I went to Hills for something with my dad, and like, I never got toys often. Like, it wasn't like, oh, we went to a store, like you get something. Like, it was like, you were allowed to go look. So like, I'd put up with like whatever litany of bullshit my parents wanted to look at. Like, whether we were at the mall and like my mom wants to go look at curtains for a fucking hour in Sears or whatever
Dude,
it is
fuck
that
Sears.
she wanted to look at that was unbelievably boring to my like 5-year-old ass. It's like misery. So I remember going to Hills with my dad for something. And like I remember him being like, yeah, we can go look at toys. So like I go down this aisle and they had the Technodrome from the Ninja Turtles. And like, I have never fucking seen that in person. Like, I have these Ninja Turtles action figures and no Technodrome. So like, my dad's like looking at it. It's out of the box. Looks like it has all the pieces. It's just sitting on a shelf. Like, I remember like, it looked like a horror movie. Like, it was like dark on this shelf and there's just this Technodrome sitting like completely unboxed, just sitting there. And I remember him being like, shit.
Listen, side note, fucking dude. Zach's dad is the coolest dude in the world. It looks exactly like Zach without tattoos. Like, I swear to Christ. So just keep that in mind while this is going on.
Yeah. So before he makes any rash decisions, he decides to call my mom and make sure that I'm allowed to have this toy. I don't even know how much it was. It might as well have been $1 million. So obviously there's no payphones or there's no cell phones at the time. So he goes and uses a payphone and he calls my mom. He's like, listen, I've never seen this thing before. He's losing his shit. Like, I want to get it for him. And like, I'm like so pumped that like he's even made it to the point of calling my mother about this. Like, we're like this close, dude. So we go back to this fucking toy aisle and there's like some woman like looking at it and she opened it up and he walked over and ripped this thing off the fucking shelf.
Dude.
And he like walked with me right to the checkout and they were like, where's the box? And he's like, there wasn't one. So there was this like hour-long debate on how much it costs. And I ended up going home with this thing. And like, I am pretty sure it didn't leave the room I was in for like a year and a half. Dude, that's my Hill story. Not as cool as shit in my pants in the toy aisle.
That was a pretty fucking good story, dude.
Yeah, that was like techno fucking drone, dude.
I mean, I practically shit my pants at that point. But yeah, like, not quite the same.
I wish I would have shit in the techno.
I was going to say, you could probably hold a lot of shit in one of those things.
Oh yeah.
I have one over there actually.
Yeah.
Can we shit in it?
There's one right behind the curtain over there. We can all take turns shitting in it.
Fuck
Cool.
yeah,
We'll
dude.
just fill it up.
Telebrammer.
Yeah.
You got a hill story, Dan?
Oh, dude, mine's so anticlimactic after both those. Fuck, man. I should have gone first, man, and like let this thing build up. Dude, my favorite hill story, dude, when I was a kid, I loved Power Rangers, and I love the Green Ranger, and I always wanted the fucking, like, the Dragon Zord, like the big one.
Fired.
Yeah.
But I couldn't fuck you guys. But,
Out of every fucking one of them, you picked the green one.
yeah.
Fuck out of here.
My favorite color is green, man. Fuck. He had like the fucking
I
flute,
knew
and
it
the
was.
thing came out of the goddamn
Yeah,
fucking
flute.
leg.
He's got a flute. Of
Yeah,
course Dan
he had a
likes it.
sword flute, man. It was a fucking dagger flute,
I'm not
man.
going any further than that.
Shut up.
But no, I always wanted one, and they had I wanted like the bigger one, but they didn't exist, dude. So they had like the smaller, like little, like micro ones, man. And that's what I got. So that's my fucking hill story.
Dude, shut the fuck up.
Very anticlimactic, dude. They were like the mini ones, dude. The fucking like the action figures were like this big. But it was cool. Like I got it. It just wasn't like this goddamn fucking big. It was like the pocket size one. But that's cool, you know. I just wanted a Dragon Zord fucking action figure, man. That's all they had,
Dude,
dude.
Dragon Zord. Yeah.
Fucking Dragon Zord. Yeah.
So speaking of toys, and you being a collector, do you remember Mad Max?
Yeah, totally.
Okay, so they've been popping up on my Facebook with like videos of
Fuck,
people
dude.
opening them, and I think I had 3 of them. And like, I didn't realize there was way more than that. Those things are so fucking sick.
Yeah, they're really cool.
They trip down memory lane. Anyhow, yeah, that was
Dude, weren't they
ADD moment.
the Street Sharks?
Street
fuck
Sharks is
yeah.
coming
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, they're like redoing Street Sharks.
Hard.
Yeah, sorry, it's not the Dragon Zord, Dan.
Hey,
but
fuck
anyway,
you, man. Dragon Sword was sick.
They didn't have a Green Ranger on
Yes.
fucking.
There's not a green shark, but anyhow,
It has to be green, man.
it's my favorite color.
It is my favorite color, dude. It still is, man. Fuck. I'm a simple man, dude. At 32 years old, I'm still a simple man.
That's why Dan has these
Oh,
natural
you
lime white claws.
Yeah, see? It's green.
Green.
I like the color.
Do you remember being a little kid and going to the arcade?
Oh, dude.
Of course, yeah.
And like
Fuck yeah.
everybody there, like I was young enough that I remember going there and like thinking all the older kids were like adults.
Oh, yeah. They look
And like
they're
you walk in there and
48.
you're like intimidated as shit. And
Yeah.
like the new Mortal Kombat, like Mortal Kombat 2 just came
Well,
out.
They're already good as fuck.
So
at
this
it.
is funny.
You know?
You wait in line
Yeah.
and you finally get up, you pop your quarters in, and you play this kid that's like 16 years
They
old
just get smoked.
that like doesn't give a fuck
Yeah.
about you,
Flawless. victory.
destroys you.
Yeah.
You just waited a half an hour to play a game for 20 seconds, and now you have to go to the back of the fucking line.
You know what? I think that might be a reason that we know how to fight.
Probably.
I'd be like,
Yeah,
I waited 2.5
So,
hours
you know,
to fucking play this game, and he just.
I'm gonna say a couple things here. One, it's really cool, Zach, that you brought up like Mortal Kombat and it coming out and things like that, and playing it. What isn't really cool is that nobody asked me what my fucking favorite hill story was. So you can all go fuck
I was
yourselves.
waiting
Oh,
for it,
fuck,
but
man.
you
Let
just
me
yeah,
guess. Let me guess. All right. Well,
So actually, my favorite hill story was when Mortal Kombat 2 came out on Super Nintendo. The first time I ever saw it
The
was
sample
in
games.
Hills.
you are so excited.
I was so fucking stoked. And also, the thing that was really cool was there was one of those weird older kids there that somehow already knew that if you reset the game and hold in L and R, you can get Goro to walk out and like uppercut the Acclaim logo. Do you remember what I'm talking about?
I
Damn.
hate that I do know the.
Yeah.
God damn.
He was advanced.
Yeah. And it was like, that's like way before the internet and all this shit. How do you even fucking know that you could do that?
Dude,
Yeah.
that was the sickest part about the world. Is it like, what are you gonna do?
Like
Look
the
it up?
blood code? Like yeah.
dude,
And I still know it. ABACABB.
listen,
Yep.
I have the cheat code from Doom 2 tattooed on my fucking leg. I'm dead serious. I don't even remember doing it.
Yeah.
It's IDKFA, man. Fuck with me.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know where I was going with that. So, you know.
But anyways, that's my hill story. It's short. It wasn't very good anyways.
Dude, you remember when Walmart fucking like had PlayStation 1 where like you could actually like go
Yeah.
and play it and like you had to go and get like, you know, school clothes or whatever, like probably not school clothes, just, cereal or some shit. And you immediately run the electronics department. It was the same thing. It's like, you had to get good at sparring because there was always some bigger kid, you know what I mean? And he's just going to sit there and play fucking Crash Bandicoot or some dumb shit.
Beat the ever-loving shit out of you.
Fuck your day up. You had to fucking show out, dude. What are you going to do? Look like a bitch? I know you're good at Crash Bandicoot. I lost it. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
Do you remember Star Fox?
Oh, yeah.
That game sucked.
I liked Star Fox when I was a kid. But that's the equivalent of me also telling you that I liked Dream Theater when I was younger.
Yes,
which is true.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, we're done here.
The Star Fox Dream Theater, that's a crossover I never thought of, but it totally makes sense.
Fox Theater,
absolutely.
Dude, I saw Yngwie at Mr. Smalls when I was oh my God, I was probably 19. And I wasn't aware of how small Yngwie Malmsteen was. He's
yeah.
It's like that, but with a frilly shirt on.
Yeah.
And he came out.
He wears that to fill out.
But dude, he came out looking like fucking Ralphie's little brother from A Christmas Story, with his fucking frills and shit. And he was noodling around, sound checking and shit. And he lost his fucking mind because the lighting guy put one shred of a light on him. And dude, I'm not even kidding. He lost it like a divorcee. He fucking blew up and started screaming in the microphone, this, that, and the third. And then all the lights went out. I was like, is he gonna play? I paid a lot of money to see this.
Sure.
All the lights come back on, and he's like, and it's just him. So I don't know if it's a sound check or not. And then the band comes out, and they were like, well, I guess we're playing now. Dude, incredible. That asshole was literally probably one of the best fucking musicians I've ever seen. But he lost his goddamn mind about a 50-watt light bulb.
Sure.
But he looked great while doing it.
Sure.
He looked like fucking Captain Hook. But was really good at playing guitar,
Before we do wrap up for real, is there anything that we need to say? I mean, if you haven't listened to the record, check it out. It's on Bandcamp. Is it just constanthell.bandcamp.com?
It's on everything. Spotify, Apple Music.
Yeah, whatever distro kid decided to put it on, it's on there.
Smoke signals, pigeons.
Tight.
Yeah, listen to it everywhere.
With all of that being said, I guess I should probably do an outro, and we should probably get Dan out here.
Yeah, he's fired. He just won't go away.
He's like the fucking goddamn Pazuzu from Exorcist.
I'm just gonna, I'm gonna take a I'm gonna take a still frame of him just sitting there in the corner, and I'm gonna flash it real quick for 1 second throughout the episode.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Oh, that's so funny. Running. Well, anyways, I haven't really quite figured out still. We're 3 episodes into the new season.
We're good.
I don't know how I want to do the outros yet, but I suppose all I should say is thank you all for coming on to the show today. Thank you, Zach. Thank you, Greg. Thank you, Dan.
Hey, thank you,
man. Thanks for having us.
Appreciate you all for hanging out with us today on this fun journey of talking about life, love, and the pursuit of drunkiness. My name's Brian. Start the Beat is this podcast. I'll be back again next week talking with somebody else. So yeah, be sure to stay tuned. Thanks for being here. Take care of yourselves. Take care of the people around you. Peace. Good night. Thank you all. See ya. And we're done. And that is all, folks. Thanks so much for hanging out today. Hope you all had a good time. It's always a blast hanging out with those dudes. I'll be back again next week with another episode. Same time, same place, same channel. That whole fucking deal. I probably already did it at the end of the episode anyways. And the last thing that I want to say, following up on my comments at the beginning of the episode in regards to the sound issues with the room and the audio quality of, these first few episodes, is that there's no shortcuts in life, my friends. A lot of the issues I have discovered that I'm having with the audio and the video a little bit to some degree is a result of me trying to take shortcuts to make things a little bit easier in post, and really it's making everything take longer. There are no shortcuts. If you're going to do something, just do it right. Don't try to cheapen it. Don't try to make it quicker. Quicker results generally tend to happen for a reason, and that's because, they're being generated in a way that doesn't have the attention to detail or care that if you would have just done it right, taken your time, it would have been right in the first place. But anyways, that's some like dumb, heavy shit to put on the end of an episode. I just wanted to throw that out there for anyone still listening. So yes, I'm going to let you all go about your day now. Thank you for hanging out today. I will see you again next week. And until then, peace.